I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. I am Shoky, and we're going to be doing a different thing today because we just went and saw Deadpool 3. Me and Jefe here. So we went and saw Deadpool and the Wolverine. So there's that. But before we get started with that, guys, of course, make sure you do the like and subscribe thing to this channel, and if you want to, the Rumble channel, because we do have a Rumble channel as well. And you can help us out here on the thing, or technically help me out because it's my Patreon. So you can.
There's no us.
There's no us.
There's no
us on the Patreon. It's just me. But if you want to join the Shoky Reviews Patreon, where you can get the full uncut video version of this podcast, pretty much weekly when I manage it on time.
The past month's been up in the air, man. It's been hit and miss.
Yeah, well, because we haven't been ahead, so I can't edit ahead. So things can't come out a day early.
Due to vacations, natural disasters.
Yeah, and then, of course, the world is flooding again right now. So fun times. We've had, 4 days of rain so far?
Yeah, maybe.
It's Thursday. It's been raining since Monday.
And we've got 3 more.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, guys, of course, if you want to write into the show with questions, comments, or whatever, and since we will be talking about the Deadpool movie, we will be talking spoilers and things like that. So if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go see it. By all means. But you can write into the NowYouMadeItAwkwardMail@gmail.com if you want to do some long-form content. Or if you would like to send us messages, you can do so where?
At our Facebook page. Yep.
Okay. So that's I was going to have you do the whole spiel, but it's okay.
I didn't finish writing it down.
I thought you wrote it all down. Either way. Well, you had it good last time. So Now You Made It Awkward podcast on Facebook.
There you go. Yes.
And you can write us messages there, or you can send in voicemails using the little drop-down menu. You'll see the thing here on the screen that'll give you somewhat of an idea of how to click on the thingy, which actually last week I moved it.
Oh, you moved it?
Yes. So from the little clip that is on the screen that people would have just seen, originally I had it off to the side because I had it only on you in the first time.
Yeah.
So I had it off to the side of your head so it didn't interrupt your face. Then when I did it this last go around, it's much like the current shot where it's both of us on screen. So I put it in the middle.
There you go.
That caused an enormous amount of editing problems just by moving the fucking thing. So you wouldn't think that something so minor as moving a tiny little clip over wouldn't cause anything, but apparently I need to go further into my editing prowess and make that into an actual video clip to insert and do it properly so I can move it around and do all the things. So either way, guys, so technically this will be episode 103 because, well, we kind of want to take a week off. Not that we really need to take a week off, but we could
it's handy to have one in the can
at bare minimum we could take Monday off.
Yeah.
And maybe come back on Tuesday, and maybe I'll hit up Will and see if he wants to come hang out.
Hey, that'd be good.
Yes. So guys, I do want to say ahead of time a minor disclaimer. Not that this is spoilers, but my wife is angry at us for going to see this movie.
No, she's angry with you.
No, you're coming under the bus with me.
There is she greeted me at the door.
See,
good mood.
You were with me. You accepted the invite to go to the movie.
But upon crossing your threshold, which one of us was cursed incessantly? Not me.
So I didn't know that she was aware of the movie or that she wanted to go see the movie. So when I said Jeff and I were going to see the movie, there was yelling and poking and screaming and slamming of doors and silent treatments and such.
Hating on the mandate.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was a mandate. Look, we got to do it for the content. I did tell her I would go rewatch it with her, and she said, that's not the same. I'm like, yes, it is. So, guys, I want to ask you out there before we get started with the review. Do you wait to go see things with your spouse if you do at all? Or do you secretly go watch it first and then, take them later for a second time that they don't know about?
See, I can't comment because only time I go to movies is when Shoky goes, Jefe, we're going to the movies.
Which is, to be fair, only been like
twice.
Dune and Ghostbusters.
And now 3 times.
So
but I never, ever, ever go to the movies.
Maybe eventually we'll go see an original movie instead of a sequel movie. Because we've only seen sequels.
Screw it. Sixth place or bust and sequels only.
Look, we haven't come in 6th place since I named us Sixth Place or Bust. And also, we're skipping trivia to do this.
Dude, we have skipped so much trivia here lately.
But it's also been very rainy and or stormy or whatever.
Vehicular issues.
Yes, or vehicular issues or just monetary issues. Hold on, let me make sure this is 100% plugged in. Okay, so either way, guys, Deadpool, Wolverine. Before we get into the movie itself, usually there's a bit of a format here. When I do a movie review, we'll talk about things we like about the movie. So good stuff, then we'll have bad stuff. And if there's anything unforgivable, usually that'll be at the end in the ugly section. And then we can give an overall score out of 10. So you didn't make any notes, but you have it fresh in your brain.
I didn't make any notes because there wasn't anything for me to complain about.
You don't have to complain.
I was grinning ear to ear from start to finish.
Yes. So I will say before we get into this movie, we actually had some cool trailers ahead of it. So starting out with something I knew was coming, but had seen nothing about at all. And it's actually another video game movie. And so you were like, what is this? That's the Borderlands movie. So that was a really big online multiplayer game for a while.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah. I played it very briefly with some friends of mine, but then I got behind. And I, in a very literal sense, could not keep up with them because my level was so low.
Oh, good grief. They just ran away?
Literally.
Yeah.
I could not even keep up with them. It was fun playing, we were playing campaign mode, but like co-op, I guess. So it's like a four-way
like
co-op.
old Rainbow Six, stuff like that.
Stuff like that, but we were on our computers.
Halo, whatever.
Yeah. So the other thing was I wasn't that big of a PC gamer, so I was already at a detriment.
Yeah.
Though the character I had in that game was a funny name that I've only used one other time, and I had to explain it to people.
It was Dixafloppin'.
It was not Dixafloppin',
Oh.
but it did have something. It was close. It was Random Door Falling.
Random Door Falling.
Yes, but we did it as a name. So first name Random, last name Door Falling.
Nice.
So it sounds sort of like fantasy, like an elf or something like that. No, it's Random Door Falling. So when I was rebuilding the trailer I used to live in up in Willis, me and my friend Shane at the time, I haven't seen him in probably 10 years, we were working on something. I don't remember what the hell we were working on. Oh, maybe I think it was while we were still building it, but we were doing something else. And then literally the door that was propped up, I guess it was just sitting there, and we thought it had been installed. Mm-hmm. It just goes, poof, like out of nowhere. Like we're just sitting there talking, and this door just literally falls.
Slams, loud, scares.
No, because I think it hit carpet.
Okay.
I think we had the carpet installed by then, but I think we didn't realize that it wasn't installed, and it was just sitting in the frame. And it just goes, and it was quiet.
It was
weird.
A board posing as a door.
Yes, basically. Frankly, a door is just a sheet of plywood until something changes.
Until it's hinged and mounted. Yeah.
Exactly. You seem a little quiet for some reason. Do you hear yourself okay?
It's okay.
Okay, yeah. Just tuck it in just a little if you have to.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. No, she didn't. But, so, I thought that they would play the new Joker 2 trailer, but that was the first Joker 2 trailer.
Okay, that was... I didn't even see that one coming. Of course, like I said, I don't see a lot. I don't watch a lot.
Yeah.
But holy crap, that was a different take on the Joker.
Yes, if you haven't seen the first Joker movie, which I don't know if you have or not.
No.
Okay, so you need to watch that. So, Heffy's homework.
Unless it's on one of the streaming services I don't have.
It's probably on most of the ones you do have.
Okay.
Yeah, so... yeah, you should have something either way. But either way, so that's Joker Adieu Folie, I believe is the name of it, because it's French.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's actually going to be a musical.
The second one?
Yes, the second one is going to be a musical.
That's going to be different.
Yes, very different. That's why there's like so much music and why there's like dance numbers and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because basically you're going
I thought he was just weird.
No, you're going to be in his delusions, and also because Harley Quinn is with him. First time we're getting Harley Quinn in this kind of setting, and someone different playing Harley Quinn, which is Lady Gaga. We talked about this when the first trailer dropped the first teasers dropped a long time ago. But the second trailer is already out. What? Yes, that. Okay. All right, so the one after that, I'm really interested in, and it's a movie called Trap. That was the one where the guy takes his daughter to a pop concert.
Oh, yes.
So I want to see this movie.
That looks like something my mother would enjoy.
It looks cool, kind of an original concept that I've seen.
Yeah, and it's not a sequel. It's not a remake. It's
no,
not
it's
a reboot.
something new.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, the cops, FBI, whatever, set up a sting operation or a trap. They set up a literal pop concert to draw this guy in, and you find out, I guess, so the big thing, I guess, is they don't want to surprise you as to who the murderer is that they're after because they show you in the trailer. So clearly, that's not what the story is going to be about. But I think it's going to be pretty good, and that's Josh Hartnett, I believe, is the one playing the main character in that movie. So that looked a lot of fun. And there was another one that apparently I forgot to write down. There was one after that I forgot to write down. I forget what it was. So either way, I was making notes, but apparently I didn't make very detailed notes. But either way, Trap, if I can find that trailer, I'll put it in the thing down below along with Borderlands. So if you haven't seen them, we'll put them down there. All right, so the movie, just an overview, overall opinion of the movie, because you didn't get a chance to rewatch the second one.
No, I watched the first one last night.
Yeah, so where did you end up watching that, or did you have it downloaded or something?
I had it.
Okay,
I bought it. Yeah.
So the funny thing is that the one streaming service that you don't have is the one that the Deadpool movies are available on. That's Disney Plus. So because of course Disney owns Fox now, Deadpool was under the Fox header. That's why you got Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so to speak. Sort of. The timey-wimey. Because it kind of picks up in a way where the second one left off with a lot of time travel, him manipulating stuff to reset the universe how he wants. Of course, we didn't get the effects of him killing Hitler, but who knows? Because that was part of it. But I really liked this movie.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really did.
I really enjoyed this movie.
I started out laughing, and I kept laughing and cracking up through the entire thing.
Yeah. So,
it maintained the same voice, the same demeanor as the other two movies. That lighthearted, carefree, don't give a fuck, breaking the fourth wall.
Almost literally.
Running gags throughout the entire thing.
Callbacks to previous movies, not just this movie, but previous
and all
Deadpool
the
movies.
cameo,
Holy
non-stop.
fuck. So we'll talk about the cameos later.
Hopefully you wrote a list because I forgot them.
I can remember most of them because the cameo, well, a lot of the cameos, there were a ton of them already in the trailers that you could see, and you could already see listings. The ones they kept under wraps were insane.
Yes.
I was like,
and you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yes. So the cameos, so this is how you fucking keep a wrap on a movie. This is how you know Disney allows leaks for other movies, because the only thing that ever got out from this movie was stuff that Ryan Reynolds put out.
Yeah.
Or his production crew. So all of the cameos that we knew were going to be there were there. And then a couple of cameos that were rumored didn't happen, or they were not the character people thought they would be. So, like, Daniel Radcliffe was supposed to be in the movie, perhaps, but he wasn't. Unless he was one of the guys wearing a mask, getting their asses kicked.
Right.
There were a few secret cameos because, as you can see in one of the trailers, we do get other Deadpools, including Lady Pool. I will go ahead and confirm for everyone sitting here now. Yes, Lady Pool is played by Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds' wife. You hear it in her voice, but of course you have to wait till the credits at the end, which, oh my God, I couldn't even keep up with all the credits at the end.
They were massive.
If they even listed all of the separate Deadpools, I don't think they did. I do want to know who Cowboy Deadpool was.
Cowboy Deadpool. Baby Pool was funny.
Baby Pool was funny.
And
but
Kid Pool was mean.
Kid Pool was mean. I got to wonder who that was. So that's what I think was funny is that, like...
And Peter.
Well, Peter's been around since the last one, so Peter Pool. Peter Pooh. So, liked the movie, thought it was great, glad they hid as much as they did, because if you weren't aware of the movie, it's Deadpool gets recruited by the TVA.
See, I was happy I was ignorant of any of the trailers.
Yeah.
So I was surprised about everything.
You're not ignorant of the trailer because we watched the trailer when it dropped.
True, but still, I didn't keep up with them. I did not so far as you did.
Yeah.
So pretty much everything was a surprise and new to me.
Yeah, you're popping a lot. I don't know why. Stop that. So the cool thing was the music.
That was one of the best scored films I think I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, not the best scored, but definitely great soundtrack.
The soundtrack complemented everything.
Yeah.
I mean, even to the last scene.
Yeah.
Where they're fixing everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that soundtrack was fantastic.
Yeah. So
the intro.
Yeah.
Him singing the Backstreet Boys.
Bye.
Yes, that was great.
In sync.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. So the movie, this is where we're going to get into talking about the movie. Some spoilers, some not, because you see in one of the trailers where he's just completely ripping apart TVA agents. This is where the movie starts effectively. So it goes right into it with him
beating ass with the adamantine skeleton.
Adamantium.
No.
Yes.
It is a substance.
No, adamantium is what it is.
Yes, but adamantine means it's hardened.
Incorrect. Adamantium is what the metal is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's an adamantium's. I know the comics. Don't fucking correct me.
And I know English, damn it.
English doesn't matter because you're talking about a proper noun. The name is adamantium. That's what it is. So he literally digs up the dead body of Logan, which apparently was in one of these universes, maybe his own, but in the future because he's traveling through time. Digs up the body because he thinks he's just going to be healed in the ground. He's not really dead.
They just sit there bored.
And it's literally just his skeleton with a tiny bit of face attached.
Yeah.
And oh my God, he literally beats these people to death over the opening credits.
Every single part of that skeleton.
The opening bit of it, he literally breaks off a rib and like chucks it through a guy's forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll say
he did a lot of good work with the femur.
He did. Well, using the leg like a nunchuck or the arm like a nunchuck, whatever it was. It's hard to tell which body part he was swinging around, but he's beating them to death.
It was jointed.
It was jointed. But using the spine and skull like a giant hammer and smashing the shit out of everything was great.
And the whole time, dancing, singing, killing it.
Doing the choreographed dance of Bye, Bye, Bye.
Yes, through everything.
Which makes me wonder.
Hell, knife strikes in time with the rhythm.
A few of them, yeah. Because for some reason he decided to not use his swords for quite some time.
Hell, he had empty holsters through half the fucking movie.
Yeah, he didn't shoot a lot of people. with his initial guns, he never shot anybody but Wolverine.
No giant backpack full of guns, nothing.
Well, he can't have that.
Oh.
Budget's too low.
Yeah, I guess.
You know that's what happened in the original Deadpool movie, right? The reason why he forgot the bag of guns was budgety.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they literally didn't have the budget for all that.
So they made a joke out of it.
Yeah, they turned everything into a joke. And that's what's amazing about this. And I'm sure there's visual gags everywhere throughout this movie that you probably don't pick up on the first go around. I mean, like I said, I made a lot of notes here along the way. But like in the middle of the beatdown, you get the backstory. It's very similar to other Deadpool movies. You get the opening beatdown. And then he goes into a backstory for something of the movie, so that's what we get in this one.
Then they run you up until you're caught up.
Yes, literally run almost all the way up until the moment.
Almost synonymous with the first movie.
Yeah, very very similar to the first movie, which I'm surprised he didn't make a comment about.
He should have.
Should have. So,
Lordy, half the movie was spent breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And then when you had two different Deadpools break the fourth wall together,
that's
was
like
weird.
16 walls.
It should be like 16 walls. Fourth wall break instead of a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls. So the backstory on the movie, he does a lot of time travel, brings everybody he loves back to life. But unfortunately, in doing so, he thinks he's become a hero, tries to join the Avengers in the 616 universe. That's the crazy part. So 616 is the real timeline, the actual main Marvel timeline, which means he used the time machine to go to that, because he's not from that universe. Nope. He's from the Foxverse. But we get an amazing long scene with Happy Hogan, Jon Favreau, in the new, I guess, Avengers compound. And dude, his office is nothing but Iron Man throwbacks. Constant references to every Iron Man movie. Like you get like the Mark II helmet, a couple other helmets.
Cap shield was there.
The original Cap shield that Tony's dad made that was in Tony's lab. You got a couple things in the background that were there. You get the makeshift Iron Man helmet that the kid from Iron Man 2 was wearing. So that's sitting on the thing. Now, here's something that was brought up while they were talking. And they were jumping around a little bit. They actually confirmed that, in a way, without saying it out loud, but confirming it visually, it was always rumored that Peter Parker was that little kid in Iron Man 2. So that Peter Parker has existed in the Marvel Universe all this time.
Okay.
Where that helmet was sitting on the wall was in front of the picture of Tony and Peter from
Dude,
Spider-Man.
good eye. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I'm always looking for shit, man. Because they made a reference to it.
And I'm sitting there smiling like an idiot going, dick joke.
Yes. So this
Penny
also...
knife.
Yeah, so...
Baby knife.
Yeah, baby knife.
That was probably the best running bit through the whole movie for me.
The baby knife, the little knife.
Just every once in a while, baby knife.
Yep. When he pulls it out, baby knife. Stabs somebody else with a baby knife.
Yep.
I don't know why baby knife was so important.
I don't know. It made me laugh.
Yes. But either way, I like just that whole wall of Marvel stuff was great. But basically, he gets to the point where, because the Avengers rejected him, he just goes into sad life mode.
Yeah. Constant mediocrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just settles for a mediocre life, ends up losing Vanessa.
Oh, losing super hotness.
Yeah, losing Vanessa, basically gaining everybody else, though.
Yeah.
But it was his fault he lost Vanessa, because
he pushed her away.
He pushed her away as usual.
Because he hated himself at the moment.
Yeah. And he basically made her push him away, but it was all him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of sad. But hey, Peter's alive. But now he's trying to sell cars and trying to convince a family to buy a Kia over a Honda Odyssey.
Right.
Oh my God, the Honda Odyssey played such an important role in this movie. Shout out to fucking Honda for allowing that to happen.
I don't know. I've rented, due to me doing what I used to do, I've rented multiple vans as rentals.
Yeah.
Because I had to.
Yeah.
Odyssey was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they're good little vehicles.
Yeah, they're not bad. I always liked the old ones. This was a more modern one, but it was hilarious that they were talking so much shit about the Honda Odyssey.
Right.
And then another throwback, we'll get to it later, but he basically, while throwing his birthday party, which for some reason was only a single candle, I don't know what that was all about.
Because it's sad and disappointing.
I guess. You know what's weird is I turned you up, but I sound louder. That makes no sense.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. You know, technical problems. But
they're technically someone else's problem.
Technically someone else's problem. So we see in the trailer that he gets recruited by the TVA. We find out in the movie, of course, why. You know, it said your universe is dissolving from front to back for some reason. And it said because they introduced the idea of anchor beings. Like someone who has to be there for the universe to be stabilized.
Talk about that Paradouche, or whatever his name was.
Paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paradox recruits Deadpool for reasons. Like, realistically, there's no... They said, you're important, so I had to recruit you. They didn't tell me why you're important.
Well, someone had a reason. He just wasn't privy to it.
He said, from the top down, someone told me that you're important and that you need to be alive. So, for whatever reason... he recruited Deadpool. That's how he gets a new suit, new weapons, and all that. Now he gets into the TVA tech.
That whole outfitting scene.
Oh my God!
Entirely too much ass slapping.
Crotch grabbing.
Yeah,
a lot of crotch grabbing.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, you know that the Taylor is a sex offender or whatever he calls him.
He's a predator.
Predator.
But I love it.
He loves it. Yeah. And then the fat gay guy who was staring up at Deadpool. Like I don't like. There were actual serious moments in this movie, but like
there were some small bits that were just utterly
ridiculous,
and they're just for the joke.
Well, the funny part is like because you haven't seen Loki, so you had no idea what's going on.
There was a lot I didn't understand.
Yeah, so you got to watch Loki because you jumped in the third act of Loki basically with this. So we get to TVA post Loki season 2.
Okay, so
that's why the TVA has been redone and stuff like that. But the introduction of anchor beings is something new. You know, because we have, what are they called? Nexus beings. So they have Nexus beings that are the same in every universe, no matter what.
Wasn't that from Guardians?
I don't remember if they introduced it in Guardians.
Wasn't Quill a Nexus being?
I don't think he was a Nexus being, but Wanda is a Nexus being. Scarlet Witch. So she's the Nexus being, which actually there was a reference to Wanda in the movie, which was crazy. So this leads to Deadpool jumping the multiverse to find a Logan. Oh, the problem is that Logan died in his universe.
So,
and once he died, it started causing his universe to unravel. The
timeline started to degrade
for some reason.
For that particular timeline.
Yes, which is weird because every universe Logan dies somehow. But for some reason he dies in that one.
Well, at that one he was an anchor being.
No, he said that they're all anchor beings. Or maybe they just.
I took it to each universe had its own anchor being, and
it's a different person, even if it's not a Logan. He just okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so that Logan was the anchor being for reasons. Who knows? So either way, he decides, well, I'll go find me another Logan to fix my universe and save it. Because he said, this is where he was given the recruit speech. Hey, you can become part of the Marvel universe proper or die with your universe.
Yeah.
Because that's your only options. You can't save it. It's done. Oh, that's where we get the actual fourth wall break. Where he literally tells the Fox cameras to fuck off and join the Disney cameras.
Oh, nice.
Then that's what, remember, he smashes his head against the camera and then pushes it away. It's like, fuck off, Fox. I'm going with the mouse now. It's like, so that was hilarious. He literally broke the fourth wall and even like pulled the microphone in and talked into it and then got rid of it. So he like acknowledged a camera that was somehow there and kicked it off and then immediately turns around. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So he has the ability to do that, which was funny. Because he sees also a little bit into his own future somehow.
Yeah, Thor is holding him.
Why is Thor holding me and crying? Because it looked like Thor 2 when Loki died. So now we get multiverse hopping, looking for a Logan, and the first one we get is a comic accurate short Logan.
Yeah,
which is hilarious. I was like, he's like itty bitty, badly CG'd.
Half the size, twice as angry.
Yeah, exactly. And then he ends up just jumping from timeline to timeline, and we get a buttload of different comic versions, including like I forget which one it is. It's like the dark future version of him where he's got like one hand chopped off and all that. And of course he fights him in every one and gets his ass handed to him.
Oh
in
yeah,
every single
handily.
universe. We get the brown and tan costume one, which is funny because that was a reference to the Wolverine. I don't know if you saw that movie.
That's the one in Japan, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So at the very end, he opens up the case, and it's the brown and tan.
Yeah,
so,
the kimono, essentially. Yeah.
Huh? No. He like gets the brown and tan Wolverine costume at the very end of the movie. You never see it on him. He just gets it and opens the briefcase.
Because to me, it looked like a kimono.
How does it look like? It was the same outfit, but brown and tan.
Okay, then I guess
You're imagining something entirely different. Yes. You're probably thinking of Samurai Deadpool, who was... also, but the kimono is the wrong word. That's a night dress.
No, whatever the dudes wore.
Not that.
Yeah.
Either way. So, and then we get one of the important, very important cameos that was rumored.
Which one? Which one are you thinking of?
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
As Logan. Though the weird part is he's even bigger than Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So
Hugh Jackman's not a large individual.
Yes, he is. He's 6'2".
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like 6'2", 6'3". He's huge, which is why it's a problem for him to have always played Logan. Yeah. Logan's 5'2". That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a midget. So we actually do get Henry Cavill's one. He even says, like, from behind you look like Henry Cavill. And that was awesome. So like teasers that maybe.
I guess that's why I didn't get it. That didn't click with me.
Yeah, that was the joke there. And then basically it just moves on until he finds the one that we need for the movie, and then he gets so fucking drunk he passes out.
Well, he threatens. He basically says, "You're coming with me," and he goes, "Hold on," and he pounds the rest of the bottle, and then passes out.
Passes out flat, and then he tries to. Well, I thought originally he couldn't pick him up, like he was too heavy, and then it's because he noticed what he was wearing under his clothes.
Yeah.
And that's the gag of how we get the yellow and blue outfit, which is cool. But like jumping around a little bit, speaking of the Honda Odyssey and everything that happened before the Honda Odyssey, once they get to the Void and they have their first real fight, the choreography was amazing.
Yeah.
Because you get a little bit of that in the first teaser trailer.
That's when they basically say, "Let's do this," and they beat the ever living crap out of each other
the first time,
and then they get interrupted And Wolverine turns around with the sword in the front and the sword in the back. And
Yeah, and tiny knife.
Baby knife.
Baby knife in his shoulder. And they get interrupted by
none other than
what everybody assumes is Captain America.
Yeah.
And even for a long time, it still looked like it was Captain America. Until Deadpool goes, "It's time, say the thing." Because all the bad guys show up.
Yep.
And it is Chris Evans. Reprising his role
As
Johnny Storm.
there you go.
Which I figured out like right before he said the thing. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's not Cap.
Yeah, and that went so well for him.
Because they
didn't it?
played the music. They played Captain America's music. And like, so no, he's playing a Johnny Storm from that universe, because that was Fox.
And apparently a weak Johnny Storm.
Well, he had all his fire sucked off of him.
Yeah.
Phrasing. Pyro. So all of the X-Men bad guys all show up because they're all in the
Pyro Freight Dyson's that shit up.
He literally sucks out all his fire. Then they capture Logan and Deadpool because everything else. But Sabretooth gets his ass handed to him, which was great.
In a very anticlimactic battle.
That was the point.
Yeah.
Is that everybody wanted that
was
battle.
the whole Indiana Jones sword swinging thing.
Yeah. Well, if I recall correctly, in X-Men Origins, he fought Wolverine pretty good in that one. But it was a different Sabretooth. This is the original Sabretooth from the X-Men movies, which was cool. Everyone comes back to reprise their roles, which is crazy. Like, yeah, we get a bunch of new characters like Cassandra Nova.
We're not to my favorite yet.
No, we're not quite there yet. Because,
and it's not the one you're thinking.
No, because they get captured by the bad guys. They get introduced to it. We get to see what happens to Johnny Storm. I'm not saying it because I want people to not be 100% spoiled. So Johnny Storm does get talked to briefly.
He gets spoken to sternly.
He gets spoken to very sternly. We get introduced to Cassandra Nova, which is Charles Xavier's unborn sister. Because in the comics,
No, she was born.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
No. In the comics, she was never actually born. So she was his twin and was destroyed in the womb and reabsorbed. But because her powers were so strong, she actually resurrected herself as an infant.
Good grief.
In the comics. So she's insanely powerful, and she's unburdened by Charles's
like morals,
feelings,
feelings?
anything. Yeah, that's why she's so fucking evil. And like she says, I'm here. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not hindered by anything. I'm surrounded by mutants. I can just do whatever I want, and I'm going to live inside of a giant man body. Just still creepy as fuck that they're living.
I don't know that whole the visor on the helmet popping back and seeing a half a skull in there.
Yeah,
that was great.
I mean, like the visual stuff there, and I think that is a reference. I think at some point there is a reference to that somewhere in the comics.
What,
similar.
Castle Grayskull? What?
Well, I don't even think it's that, but it's like a giant man dead body in like a wasteland, something like that. So they borrow a lot from the comics, but it's like you get so many Marvel references, like the fact that they're driving, the bad guys are driving around in Red Skull's car, but Pyro has it, so he put flames on it, which is kind of cool. You get like kind of a Mad Max Fury Road situation, which they do reference. Even Furiosa.
He makes a speech.
Yeah, he makes a speech.
After Sabretooth?
Sabretooth dies. Gets his head cut off very, very easily. Because he has adamantium, but only in his claws.
Yeah.
He's not reinforced all the way through.
Yeah, Logan rolled through in one pass.
He literally did the samurai thing, and they fucking chopped his head off, which is
Sabretooth stopped and turned around, and his head didn't turn, and then it just hit the ground.
I love that. I love when they do that nonsense. They went full anime for some of these things. And we get Toad, we get Blob, we get Pyro, and probably Lady Deathstrike.
That was Blob. Okay,
that was Blob maintaining the.
I thought it was cousin to Fat Gandalf.
No.
Okay.
The guy in the gate. That was that. But the fun, that's what I thought initially. I was like, why does he look so much like the guy? I can't think of his name right now.
Fat Gandalf.
No, but he has a name.
I don't know his name.
Not Rook. Rook was the guy he beat up. What was his name? Because he's not allowed to talk in this movie either, which is hilarious. He got one line in. He's like, and everybody looked at him like, "Shut the fuck up! Like you're not supposed to talk." Like even they're aware that he's not supposed to talk. Which is funny.
Rook was the black dude.
Rook was the black guy in the first one that he beat up. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It'll probably come to me later.
It's always going to be Fat Gandalf in my mind.
Yes. So either way, they have their confrontation with Cassandra Nova and the evil guys, and then things ensue. Our heroes have to get away, or else bad things
they're
would
gonna
happen.
Get eaten.
Yep, probably. Oh, that's right. They brought in Eliath.
Yeah.
So Eliath is from Loki. Eliath.
He's only a small thing. You know?
So Eliath The last time we saw him was at the end of Loki season 2.
Is he a dragon, just evil incarnate? What?
He's not evil. All he does is just clean up the crap that TVA sends there. So,
oh, fuck. He's a giant gray crab.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all he does is clean up the crap.
Yeah. So all he does is basically things that get sent to the void aren't destroyed. They're just sent to the end of time where they can't do anything because time can't go past that point.
Yeah.
So even though they're technically moving forward temporally, there is nothing past that. So Alioth is there to actually erase it because the way that the sticks work is they just prune things, which the fact that TVA is still pruning any people is weird because that's not what they're supposed to do. Watch Loki somehow.
I'm like, yeah.
You watch Loki. Loki is fantastic. It is a fantastic series and is the total setup for this movie.
Okay.
But we get Wade and Logan roaming the countryside, turning into a buddy cop movie at this point. He kind of recruits him like, okay, you're going to come help me. They get to talk. And then I forget how did they find the Odyssey?
Well, you missed the jetpack getaway.
I wasn't giving every detail.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to remember how they found the Odyssey.
Nice Pool.
Nice Pool gave it to him.
Yes.
That's right. Nice Pool or Pretty Pool, who also introduced Dog Pool, who's the best character in the fucking movie. Dog Pool. Good girl.
I like her better than Eagly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Oh, way better than Eagly because at least it's a real animal.
It looked like a Chinese crested.
It's like
mutt.
it is. It's like a Chinese crested, but mixed with like a Chihuahua because she's tiny. Or a pug, and I guarantee you that dog 100% won one of the ugliest dogs in the world competitions.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So Dog Pool was great. Nice Pool was hilarious.
I thought he was great.
Yeah. So he's the only Deadpool who doesn't look ugly, which they don't explain why until later.
Shiny gold platy.
He's got the shiny gold plated 50 cal Desert Eagles.
Yep.
Which is like, ooh. And so like Wade doesn't want to give proper Deadpool doesn't want to give up Dog Pool, but he gives them their car so they can go find the others, which we were teased about earlier. So other rebels trying to get together, but we also get the fact that there are a lot of Deadpools in there for some reason.
And then they're driving, things happen.
Well, they get an Odyssey.
And
they go on an Odyssey.
Things were discussed, and Wolverine stops the car.
Yeah, so Wolverine's driving, because Wade apparently never drives.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Never.
And the funny thing is, they were having kind of a real conversation, and then it turned into a fucking huge fight because Wade
got like an 18-hour-long brawl.
Yeah, so
they went literally from day to night and then started to be morning again.
Yes, literally. So they have a full-on fight inside the Odyssey and around the Odyssey and everything else, beating the hell out of each other. Two almost unkillable guys with very similar equipment because he's got adamantium
the
swords.
The interior of that thing's almost completely red.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other part. So references back to the first Deadpool fighting in the car.
Yeah.
But also smashing his face against the radio and changing the channels.
Yep.
They did that again. I was like, wow.
It's running gags.
Running gags.
I love them.
Yeah. And then, dude, the fight choreography in the car was amazing. I was like, okay.
Yeah, how can you make that interesting? And holy crap, they did. They kept moving it everywhere.
Yeah, there was a lot of cuts. So we've been listening.
Well, no shit.
So we've been talking about the story, but talking about good stuff. Fight choreography is great, but there are a lot of cuts.
With that many cuts, I had to set and go
Yes.
over and over and over.
100%. So
there was no way they could get that many cuts from that many angles from them moving together through one scene.
Yes.
They had to have done hundreds and hundreds of scenes for that one choreography bit alone.
Yeah, and there's some CG mixed in there because he's clearly not throwing him through the ceiling, you know. So some CG mixed in, which is still fine. Well, obviously every time they stab each other, which is a lot.
Baby knife.
I will say that was if I'm going to list off any bads, they didn't show realistic damage after the amount of fighting they did.
Right.
Like they also did. This was how they got the excuse to lose the sleeves on the outfit, on Wolverine's outfit. But Deadpool, considering how much he had been stabbed
His
and
suit
cut,
is well made.
Yeah, really well made. Like it must be self-healing because like he stabs him like straight through the heart a few times.
That was the new suit.
It was a new suit, so they didn't destroy it. There's some scars on it, but nowhere near like Wolverine's. Wolverine's is coming apart.
No, Herbert the tailor did a real good job.
Herbert, you think?
The pervert? Yeah.
Herbert the pervert?
Yeah.
Of course. So the car fight was amazing. But that leads us into the biggest spoilers of the whole fucking movie.
Yes.
So give you guys time. 10,
Pause
9, 8.
Go watch the movie and come back and join us.
Yeah. So, or just skip ahead.
Don't yell at us.
Skip ahead a bit. Either way. So I will put a marker in the video so that you can be like, big red sign that says spoilers over. So this introduces us to the others, one of which was shown to us in the last trailer. We actually got to see X-23, but it was already confirmed that Daphne Keane, which is the actress name, was going to be in it. So she's aged well. So we also don't know how she got pruned to be sent there, because what do they say? Wolverines never get sent there, but she's technically a Wolverine clone.
Technically,
so she got sent there somehow.
Is a loophole.
Yeah, so she is the one from Logan, specifically.
Same actress,
but she's even him. You know, she's that one. She's not like another X-23. So she takes them, because they're both unconscious. Wolverine and Deadpool are unconscious. But somehow,
Deadpool is tied up in seatbelts.
with every seatbelt available? Like, what the fuck? Like, how? And Wolverine's just sleeping, like, I guess, or knocked out. Hard to tell.
He's sleepy.
Sleepy Logan. So she finds them and drives them away. Somehow the car's drivable after all
that.
Somehow. We don't ask questions. It's a void.
Well, it's a Honda. It keeps going.
It's true. I mean, if it was a Toyota Hilux, I would have believed it even better.
Right.
It's like just completely wrecked and they drive away in it. And then we get taken to the lair of the others, which is a treasure trove of other types of fucking cameos and Easter eggs. Because I'm pretty sure when they first open up in that cave or the house or whatever it technically was, I'm pretty sure that was a statue of Wanda as the Scarlet Witch on the wall. So I think
then who was on the ceiling?
I'm not sure. There was a lot of shit there.
It's a nice pool.
Yeah. There was a pool on the floor, everything else. Lots of liquor. So someone raided a liquor store.
Will that be
well,
one of the new dudes?
Yeah, one of the new characters for this movie. So as introduced in order, so we got X-23. By the way, this is where Johnny Storm came from. He was one of the others. So we get, and I'm pretty sure she was mentioned in some of the earlier releases of Extra People. So we get Jennifer Garner reprising her role as Elektra from the Daredevil movie. Cool. She's the first one we get introduced to. And then we get the walk-in of the one nobody fucking saw coming. Wesley Snipes returning as fucking Blade.
Yep.
An aged Blade.
Did you notice he was shaved right here on his chin?
No, it was the other way around. It wasn't shaved. It was bleached. It was white.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had a little white up in his hair, and he had a bleached white little thing down the middle.
Dude, I was tickled to see that, but he's not my favorite.
Oh, so the third surprise was once again fan wish fulfillment.
Yes.
And we get a screen accurate Gambit from the guy who was supposed to fucking play Gambit in his own Gambit movie.
Yes.
And we get
we get Gambit.
My name is Jeff. As fucking Gambit.
We get Gambit.
Yeah, we get Channing Tatum finally fulfilling the Gambit role.
Tickled to death. I didn't keep up with a lot of X-Men, never did.
Yeah.
The Gambit was always one of my favorite characters because the dude had style.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, he was badass.
So it's literally like comic accurate outfit, the coat, the fucking weird thing underneath, the head brace. He's got the swooshy hair to one side, the ridiculous fucking accent. The only thing he's lacking is the black and red eyes.
Right.
That's the only thing he's lacking.
But completely just, he nails a character.
The accent is so absurd, and he's called on it, and then it gets easier to understand after he gets called on it. It's like you need to fire your dialect coach.
I don't know,
is
bro.
That what he said?
How much time have you spent in Louisiana?
No, I'm saying that like he was never that hard to understand.
He was never that hard, but some folks,
yeah,
especially that.
No, I know Konas is bad.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm saying like as it goes, like it was clearly bad on purpose for a movie. Deadpool calls him on it. You need to get a better dialect coach or whatever. And then he starts speaking a little bit easier to understand until the last thing he said, which is almost entirely unintelligible. But comic accurate powers. He lights up the cards.
Dude, and he had the staff. Yeah. He had the staff.
He did have the staff that came out of nowhere.
Yes.
The retractable staff. And they put together the dumbest possible fucking mission that you could ever think of just to make the fucking story work, which is clearly what the point is. It's like, well, this mission makes no fucking sense. It's going to be a suicide mission, but if we all go. Meanwhile, Logan is drinking his ass off in the background and laughing at every little thing they fucking say.
Well, it means the alcohol-fueled asshole.
Literally.
You know?
So I'm going to stop there with talking about the story because that's the biggest spoilers up until there. But holy shit, dude, like,
well, from start to finish, I was cackling. I was grinning.
You were laughing quite a lot.
You
I was too.
probably heard me. I'm easily amused anyway, but that's my kind of humor.
And you do laugh very loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, no shit, I laugh loud.
Because I have to reduce your laughter in this fucking edit sometimes.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm a happy individual.
Oh, so here's the thing.
You grumpy
Hold
bastard.
on.
You're grounded and grumpy.
Not today. I'm not. I'm in a good mood. I just saw Deadpool. So the best thing I thought from the Blade cameo was the discussion had in the car after that fact. It was such a fucking dig. I literally was like, oh, fuck, they did that. When he says, there's only, he says, I'm surprised to see you here, I think, basically like that. And he says something about other blades, and he's like, there's only one blade. And then Deadpool, and it's like, and there only ever will be. He looks at the camera just like, because I think we talked about it.
There's got to be another blade coming.
No, there is, but there isn't.
There has to be.
They've tried 6 fucking times with the new movie that's already on the docket. The actors already cast, all this shit. They cannot make it fucking happen because they keep getting into woke nonsense. They keep hiring people that want to do full rewrites, making stupid woke things. Basically like replacing Blade with like a fucking female vampire black.
Really?
Blade. All kinds of fucking nonsense. And poor Mahershala Ali, who's a fantastic fucking actor. He was cast as Blade and has technically already played Blade in one scene at the end of one movie. But that dig was there's only one Blade and like there only will be. Like was just, oh my God. Like they're referencing the fact that Blade is in fucking production hell.
Right.
And it's holding up other movies that would follow it. So it's like, Jesus. And also he's got like an updated look. Like his vest and everything is totally different and everything else like that. Not to mention his hair looks more like comics.
It's more seamless, more tactical, less buckles.
Yeah.
It looks like a less bulky getup.
It looks more like Tony Stark made it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way.
He runs off that KISS Foundation.
Something like
Keep
that.
it simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like the cameos that are made that you catch in the final big showdown coming after this, there's a whole lot of cameos there. If you pay a lot of attention, you'll see the different mutants that are popping up, and so that part's crazy.
It's nonstop,
and it is a ridiculous fight, which makes no sense how they even fucking survived that. Like 3 of them absolutely should have survived that. The rest of them, like, how the fuck did anybody get through this alive at all? Especially once, like, Cassandra's powers are terrifying because think Charles and Xavier, but unhinged. And basically,
she did that thing to the guy that we're not going to tell him about.
Yeah.
But
what she did to them, like sticking her hands in their head.
My gosh, just creeping around.
Yeah,
literally poking around inside their brain.
Literally, it's like, oh my God, and then like,
how terrifying.
But also, just that actress, like especially after the one thing happens, and like she's like. She goes full Joker mode.
She plays a terrifying little demon.
Yeah, like if she was playing Harley Quinn, I'd be happy.
Bald and everything.
Well, not bald, but either way, she was fantastic. Everybody acted their ass off in this movie. Now Ryan Reynolds
reminded me of the chick from Guardians, Gamora.
I guess
a little bit.
I guess. Do you mean Gamora or do you mean Nebula?
No, Nebula.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Karen Gillan, though.
Yeah, but still, same kind of body posture, mannerisms.
I guess.
Real
but
just
she had personality.
Dead inside and happy about it.
But she has personality, where Nebula really didn't have much personality anymore.
That was all hate.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of hate. Until the end. Make me sad. No more Guardians. Fuck. We're talking about Deadpool.
I need to catch up on all those.
Guardians is so good. The last Guardians was really good. People were bitchy about it, but it's actually a really good movie.
I may have to bite the bullet for at least a month or so and just
do a Disney thing.
Make me a list once I get through them.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's called the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's already there in chronological order. Yeah, but you can skip. I can give you a list of what to avoid. How about that?
I'll watch the bad ones too.
No, don't watch the bad ones.
I've got 40 hours a week.
Some of the bad ones are really bad. Some of the bad ones are really bad. A couple of the series are really bad. I think the Marvels gets a lot of hate and it doesn't deserve it. I am in agreement with Dante on that. It gets a lot of hate. Now, behind the scenes, totally justified for the hate because the lady who was put in charge of directing that shit had never done a movie, never done a comic book movie, and never been ahead of a movie.
Now, what movie was this?
The Marvels. So it's the Captain Marvel sequel. And it got a fuckload of hate.
Did it earn it?
The movie didn't. Everything else around the movie, yes. So
sadly, those are judged in conjunction.
Yeah. All right. So let's list off some good stuff. So I already said choreography, really good. Comedy, obviously top notch. The Easter eggs in cameos.
The cameos are what did it for me.
Obviously through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soundtrack.
Soundtrack,
amazing.
we already mentioned
all of the movies.
Now I will say
I'll say not so much 2, but 1 and 3. The soundtracks are great.
Yeah, I like the ones in 2. But I will say this as well. You said score earlier. You're not wrong because they have new scores.
Yeah.
Bring in old scores. So you bring in Logan's score specifically from his death scene.
That's what I meant by everything was right.
Yeah. So they brought in his music. They bring in X-23's music. They bring in Deadpool's music. They bring in other stuff. The only thing they never did was play the X-Men theme, which I thought was a little sad. They should have played that at one point.
Yeah.
Because when we got that in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, that was the best thing ever when we got that little teaser of the X-Men thing. So now the X-Men technically are allowed in the Marvel universe now. We thought this movie was going to be the way we got them. Not true. Something else is going to happen, obviously. So,
another threat.
Here's the other thing that they specifically argue about and is true. They argue about the multiverse saga in the movie. Mm-hmm. Because we're supposed to be in the middle of the multiverse saga and how that's supposed to go. But because things went so catastrophically wrong.
We're done. We are done.
Literally. They literally say, we're done with the fucking multiversal shit. It's like, but that was literally what you were banking on to build your next saga.
Right.
So we got to figure out how they're going to fix that. And this was straight up Kevin Feige project. So it is what it is. Let's see. Other good things. Shit. There's so many good things.
That's the thing. It's hard to find any bad. I didn't see anything in there I was irritated with. Nothing bothered me.
Yeah.
I was a happy idiot.
So I only have a couple bads, I think, and then one specific ugly. So I think when it comes to bad, I mentioned the choreography, cutting away from the fight choreography too many times. So like, there was a lot of shaky cam and a lot of cuts in the big battle. And then in the car fight, a lot of shaky cam and a lot of cuts.
I will agree with you on that. With all the cuts and the shaky cam, it was hard to keep up with what was going on and hard to track the action.
Exactly.
You saw result and never the initial move that caused that response.
Yeah, and not enough follow through between the cuts.
Yeah.
Usually. Now, whenever they were going back and forth between one spot and another visually, yes, that was fine. But like actually cutting away from the action to another spot of the same thing, little dumb in sometimes. Yeah. Decent shot continuity, but if there wasn't, I'm sure Deadpool would have called him out on it. But I think that's one of the few things that I would consider bad is just like that was a little much.
Well, they had to cut corners somewhere. They spent so much on cameos, why soundtrack cut? And everything else.
Yeah. I mean, the car fight, I get why they had to do that because they had to keep changing angles or they moved to another shot. But a wide open shot for a big battle with a whole lot of people, you can do some wide sweeping shots and make oneers out of that, or at least cut them together seamlessly. Because this is a Marvel/Fox project, not the other way around. So Marvel knows how to do oneers. They didn't have to be one giant fight that's unbroken, but they could have not had so many cuts in the action. You never cut on the action. That's the problem. They cut on the action quite a lot.
Right.
And they aren't in previous fight scenes for Deadpool, are actually not like that. You know, the first opening bridge fight and all that kind of stuff, they rarely cut on the action. In fact, they held on things too long most of the time, which they did in the opening fight of this movie. They held on things to an uncomfortable degree.
Yeah, the pound and the drink. Yeah, they're used to. He even mentioned it.
Yeah,
he said, "Yeah, this crowd's used to uncomfortable pauses."
Yeah, it's like they're not used to it. Oh no, he didn't
he
say.
Said, he said they're used to it.
No, he said they're used to long run times.
Yeah,
is what he said.
That's what he said.
That's long run times. Oh, by the way, that reminded me of the worst part of that opening fight, and that's when he put on the claws, and he got him stuck.
I was trying to leave that out. We had mentioned it.
I'm not going to mention how and where, but oh my god, like the fact that internal commentary in the movie was just like it was so fucking weird. I was like, oh god. But the irony being there
was a lot of stabbing in the dick.
There was a lot of stabbing in dicks and balls, except on Wolverine, and definitely not on Peter. Holy fuck, Peter.
Oh, one of the best moves when Wolverine and Deadpool were fighting, and Wolverine takes the top guard.
Yeah.
Deadpool pulls 2 pistols and bam, 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 right into his ribs. Just unloads.
Even though that didn't do anything.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Yeah. No, the best move was the end of that first fight. When he finally draws the fucking swords.
Yeah.
Bing! It's like, okay. Like, didn't know you could do that, but okay.
I don't know. Beginning of the fight with the Bane breaking Batman over his knee.
Okay, no. I'm not talking about the Wolverine fight. I'm talking about the opening fight.
Oh, okay,
with the TVA guy.
Yeah.
With the sword, and he just goes, Fring! Like, I didn't know you could physically do that. It's like, okay, sure. It's like Captain America's shield. We'll just do that. Fuck it. I'm surprised Captain America's shield never popped up in this, but it makes sense why it didn't. All right, so I can't think of any other bad. They are actually pretty good at trying to keep time in the movie because they give you like a 72-hour time limit.
Yeah,
they do give us 3 days. It's 3 days time in the movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty laid back with movies calling bad, unless it's something like we've experienced with our Dune review, where I'm mad about something I've loved my entire life.
Well, Ghostbusters had way more bad than this did.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even gonna have a bad title for this one. I already have the title written down.
Nice.
But so from the movie, so I'm going to be quoting something from the movie. What do you think I put down as the title for this?
No, I'm not.
It was repeated a lot.
What, baby knife?
No.
No.
The other thing that was repeated a lot. Educated wish.
There you go.
Yes, that is like one of the.
He did say it in a kind of ironically funny way at the end.
At the end, yeah. So that's going to be the title of this. Deadpool and Wolverine, or episode 103, The Educated Wish.
Mm-hmm.
So ugly. There was, and I don't know why it was so bad, and it made no sense for it to be so bad. There was some floating head syndrome, and I don't mean the literal floating head. I mean the one that shouldn't have been. In the last actual fight of the movie, the big old brawl at the end.
With all the ones that were
all of them.
Yes.
Yeah. The one person who didn't deserve what happened to him by any means had really bad floating head syndrome. Like, you can see the superimposed Ryan Reynolds face floating over the body. Whoa, why is the computer chugging? That's not good. Battery? Oh, that was weird. Either way.
What do you mean floating head syndrome?
You can see how badly superimposed his head is on that body. And so the body moves and the head looks like it's floating over it. Like, it doesn't look right. So, like, if you go watch Infinity War. Infinity War was really bad about it, and people called him on it. When Banner is in the Hulkbuster armor, and the helmet goes away, his head looks like it's just floating in the armor.
Like he's a bobblehead?
Like a bobblehead. So for some reason, even though you had a completely unmasked character and a masked character, they CG'd his face, which leads me to believe it wasn't initially his face there.
Okay.
And they had to do it in the edit because, like, I think they also changed what Nicepool's supposed to look like, because in the comics there was
Isn't he supposed to look like Ryan Reynolds?
Yes. But the long hair and all that other
Yeah.
stuff that's not part of the character, generally speaking. So I don't know why.
Yeah, I would have been more of a coiffed kind of Superman curly
Or
Q
just
looking
his standard fucking hair.
Yeah.
Like his normal Ryan Reynolds-y hair.
pre-guacamole face.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, yes. but the point is, like, for some reason, it was absurdly bad in that scene, and I don't know why. Unless there was an afterthought, then something else had to happen there. But prior to that, it was fine. No, you cough on camera. You cough. No, I'm just kidding. Break the fourth wall. Stare at the camera. So either way, that would be the one ugly that I had. And I think there was one other scene. It was near the end. So I don't want to say jokingly that they're running out of budget. There was one other scene.
They had to have been.
Oh, it was. Maybe it's more in the bad than the ugly. And it was after Wolverine puts on his mask. It looks fucking odd. And it has to be CG'd on because his eyes move the same way Deadpool's do.
Yeah.
So
They probably used a similar platform
They
or
did.
template.
Well, you know how they do that? It's pretty cool. So they actually film him doing the scene with no mask, with a mask with the cutouts.
But he had lines drawn on his face. We saw that in the post.
That was actually in a different movie and for a different reason.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with that. No, the way they do the mask where the eyes move and everything is that
Blinky Spidey.
they film it, I think, 3 separate times. His normal face to capture his face movements, the mask without the eye coverings, like the whole eye coverings are gone, and then a mask with the eye coverings, and then they CG on the actual eye movements and mouth movements and all that.
All right.
So that way they capture it blankly, and then they do it otherwise. So they probably did something similar with Hugh, except he's got a half face mask, and they made the Batman reference, which I thought was funny. But I think he should have said it looks like 2 Batman kissing. Would have been funnier to say.
The handles comment cracked me up too.
The blowjob handles is
Yes.
hilarious. But yeah, because we've never seen that mask on a person in a movie.
Yeah.
And now we know why. It's a little doofy. But I think at some point, just the way it looks on his face just looks strange. But having empty eye holes and you're just seeing his eyes through it also wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
So it's the best they can do on something they've never done. And usually when they do it the first time, it's always going to be wonky. So if they come back to it later, it'll be different. So we'll see. But I think that's the only other bad/ugly that I can
I
come
got
up
nothing. Of
with.
course, I don't pay as much attention as to the minutia like you do.
Yeah.
So
I see all the things.
I'm enjoying the story.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
I see all the things. Also,
Dude, I had a good meal in front of me. I was happy.
yeah, you were focused on your food fairly well.
Yeah.
And the fries smelled good.
You were welcome to some.
Yeah, I didn't need it though, unfortunately, because if I ate something, I had to drink something, and I didn't want to spend any money or have to pee.
Oh, that was me at the end of the movie.
Considering how bad I had, you drank 2 whole things of water. Yeah, no wonder you had to piss. You can't sit through a whole podcast without having to piss.
True.
So you're definitely not going to make it.
Well,
through
yeah, that's only 3.5 hours.
on a 2-hour podcast. You got to piss. Either way, so I guess with that we need an out of 10.
Dude, that's easily an 8.5 all day long.
Okay, so rate the other movies.
Okay, the first one was
comparison.
8.5, and the second one was probably a 7.
7. Wow, that's a significant drop.
I didn't enjoy it as much as the first and third.
I really like the second one.
It had its moments, but it wasn't the, plastered on grin from start to finish. Even last night, I was sitting in my truck at work watching that on my phone. I was like, yeah, this was really good. Yeah,
It's still the first one is still really good, especially if you get the unrated version. So I'll give it. I think I'm trying to figure out if I agree that it's an 8.5. It was really fucking good.
What, you're going higher?
No, I'm not going to go higher. Might go slightly lower. I would say the first one is probably an 8.5. I'd give the second one probably maybe a 7.5, and then go third one at 8.
I don't know. I enjoyed the third one as much. I'm gonna have to.
No, you know what?
It's gonna come down to subsequent viewings.
Yeah.
And after the third or fourth time watching the third one, if I still feel the same, yeah.
So hold on. I'm gonna change my mind. The second one can't be lower because the Celine Dion theme song from that movie is so fucking good. It cannot be below the first one. So I'm gonna say first one is an 8. Or I said the first one was what? 8.5. Yeah, so the first one was an 8.5. So I'll say the second one, because of the fucking song,
just because of
that, and Josh Brolin as Cable was really fucking good.
Yeah,
because he's another straight man trying to play off a wolf.
And of course, I'm grading on a very harsh curve. I don't give high ratings for a lot of movies.
Well, I don't either,
because I don't generally like to sit down and watch a ton of movies.
Yeah, I don't give high scores either. So if I'm saying, shit, now it's even harder. So I'm gonna have to break it down even more. So I would say the third one is less than the first one. So I'll say the first one has to be an 8. The second one has got to be like a 7.75. And then the third one is going to be like 7.5. Mm-hmm. It's not that it's bad, but it didn't have enough for me to put it above the things I love about 2.
Right.
But fuck, no, I mean that makes it even worse because like bringing in all the Marvel stuff, making it make sense. Fuck, I don't know. This is hard.
No, it's not,
because these movies are all good.
There's a
together.
right answer and there's a wrong answer.
No, because it's an opinion-based thing. Because like the first one is really fucking solid for what it is, because all the inside jokes are amazing. The second one, the inside jokes are amazing. The cast is really fucking well done. The laughs and surprises in the second one are fucking really fucking good. And once again, Out of Ashes is an amazing fucking song. Like, unironically, an amazing fucking song. Got Celine Dion to fucking perform again. She was done. She was in such a... No, do you know this?
No.
She was basically, after her husband died, like, she literally went into such a deep depression, she never wanted to do anything again, was ready to kill herself.
Her husband was her producer.
Yeah. So she was basically done with life. She was ready to die.
Or was that Shania Twain?
Both.
Okay.
Mutt Lange was her producer for a long time.
All right.
But like she was so out of it. Like literally Ryan Reynolds having the song created and having her only in his mind, because Canadian treasure, Celine Dion.
Right.
Really, like, also the Canadian references in the movie were really fucking good too. I thought that was funny.
Keep my country.
Keep my mouth out of your mouth. Yeah,
and your sword.
Yeah.
And my sword.
And my sword. That was, once again, that's great. That scene was great. Damn. Fuck, they're almost tied. That's like, I don't really do ties.
Let's say they're almost tied and be done.
Basically, they're all within like a quarter point of each other, like for different reasons at different times.
So all in all, after all of that,
they're 8-ish. They're all 8, around an 8.
Shoky happy.
I mean, yes, I'm happy with the Deadpool movies. People were like, it can't possibly be that good. It can't save Marvel, which the funny part is, it actually doesn't save Marvel. It saves Fox.
Yeah.
It goes out of its way to literally save the Foxverse.
My question is, what's next?
No fucking clue.
Will he become an Avenger?
No. Not. He could be in the Defenders. Oh, we got a Daredevil reference.
We did.
But which Daredevil? Because they
had
tried
to have been the one that stood toe to toe with Elektra.
And it had to have been the not Matt Damon, the other one. Fuck, he was married to.
Not the series.
No, what? Ben Affleck. So the Ben Affleck one. Yeah. Ben Affleck. No. So yeah, the reference to the Ben Affleck one, because this is that Elektra, which in that movie she couldn't die. So either way. But it would have been interesting to get some of the Marvel, the direct Marvel stuff, was that they didn't. So they're trying to say all the Fox shit is done. That's why it's all in the void. We didn't get the 20th Century Fox logo in the void.
Yeah.
Mixed with an actual Marvel helicarrier.
Only thing he was missing was the Planet of the Apes reference to it.
There's probably something in the full uncut, because there's going to be an unrated version that's even worse.
Yeah.
And has a lot of extra stuff in it.
I'll buy that one when it comes out.
But I love the idea that there's a reference to, at some point they say something about everyone being dead 6 years ago. And I was like, yep, that's basically how that went. Yeah, everybody died 6 years ago. That's pretty much what that happened. Because like they even basically, the only person who didn't come back from X-Force, even though he didn't save everybody in X-Force. I'm surprised Domino didn't come back as part of his family.
Right.
Dopinder was there. Everybody else was there, but no Domino. Weird. Guess I couldn't get Zazie Beetz. She's probably too busy doing, I don't know what else she's doing. So, either way. Great movie. definitely the recharge that Marvel needed.
Worth going to go see, even if
100%.
even if you don't get out and watch a ton of movies. If you know what Deadpool is and you kind of like it, go see it.
If you like the Deadpool movies, see, the funny thing is, Deadpool comic fans don't like the movies because it's so different.
Yeah,
it's similar, but it's different enough. But they also kind of hate that they're kind of gatekeeping Deadpool in a way. They're like, people only like Deadpool now because of the movies. I've been a Deadpool fan forever, so they try to gatekeep.
Similar to me and the Dune.
Yes, you and Dune.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you're more mad about canon versus non-canon things that you want to be like
exactly.
The book, so you are gatekeeping to a degree, but not like the Deadpool fans are. Deadpool fans are mad that new fans found it because of the movies, and they're like super Deadpool fans. Like, I've been literally reading Deadpool for 20, not me, I'm saying them.
Yeah.
Been reading Deadpool 20 years. You know, it's like, I was already a fan. I already been through all this. You
Big
guys
deal.
just
I found something I like. Cool.
Hey, a bandwagon that we didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Yay. But it's like, no, you only like the Ryan Reynolds one. It's like, yeah, now everybody reads Deadpool as Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
And Deadpool already recognized Ryan Reynolds as existing.
Really?
Yeah. So it's weird. It's weird in the comics. Don't get into it either way. But great
Trust me,
movie.
I won't.
Go see it. Like I said, it interacts with the Marvel universe, but technically doesn't leave off in the Marvel universe, which is what's weird. So he came into the Marvel universe, but he's not there at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he's
in a completely different movie.
He's in his own space.
Yeah, or a different universe. Sorry, I said movie. I think they said it was
he
like
is in
Earth,
his own movie.
Earth 00035 or something like that.
I missed that.
Yeah, something at the end, which I actually thought they would have made a different joke there. Like, I'm surprised nobody has made an Earth 80085.
Well, but hell, even I just remembered creepy boss lady told him rest up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
creepy boss lady. She has a name.
which I don't know. So
because you didn't watch Loki. There you go. You need to watch Loki. Loki, seriously, Loki is really fucking good. If you stay awake.
If I stay awake.
Yeah, you have a bad habit of getting bored sometimes.
I do.
And falling asleep. I thought you fell asleep in the movie for a minute.
I didn't.
Yeah, I thought you did because you quit moving. Anyway,
The movie got good.
Yeah, the movie definitely
got to
got
sit
good.
still so I can hear better.
So I guess the only other I just remembered a bad. I got to sleep on the couch.
That's bad for you.
It's still a bad. The bad thing about the movie is I have to sleep on the couch now.
I'm gonna send her a message later. You remember when Shoky didn't ask you to go to the movies? Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
I didn't know she wanted to go. I literally didn't.
I'm gonna bring that up like 3 weeks from now.
Please don't. I need her to forget. Either way, guys. So, I guess, we're only at like an hour and 15.
If we say any more, we're going to ruin the rest of the movie.
Well, we don't need to talk about the movie anymore, but I don't know if there's anything else we should talk about. There's nothing going on. We just recorded 3 days ago.
Yeah, we just...
and the only thing we didn't do was talk about our normal weeks prior to that.
Which wasn't really nothing.
There was a lot of stuff that went down. I was exhausted. Never even talked about why I was so exhausted and in pain.
Yeah, why were you exhausted and in pain?
From several days of working in the yard over at my parents' house trying to clean up the dead trees and leaves and stuff.
Was that why you were beat today, or is it just
not today? Just that day.
Okay.
Yeah, that day I'd literally come from doing that. Before that Sunday, Jessica and I had gone over there, and we skipped church, went over there to help because I figured start early in the day. I figured she could mow and I would help pile stuff up, and I figured the tree guys. So update, the other guys did come over there eventually, clean up everything and put it into 4 big ass piles to be burned. Well, smaller ass piles, I should state. And so that's what I did. I ended up burning that. So I ended up getting a lot of ash and smoke in my face at several times throughout the day. So my sinuses were fucked. Everything hurt. Like, my feet were killing me. Hands were killing me. By the way, I've been wearing my wrist brace because my chiropractor told me to last Monday.
Helping?
It helps to a degree, but where it rubs on the outside of my hand fucking hurts.
Yeah.
So, like, it's fine, and it gets uncomfortable. She told me to wear it when I sleep and when I'm at work. I wore it when I slept last night. I didn't want to wear it at work this morning because I knew it was going to be raining. And plus, I was already achy from that because, like, my arm is, like, sore from it being held in place. Like, having the upper part of my arm held in place and the bottom part of my arm not. It's just been awkward.
Yeah.
So I actually probably should take a Midol or something, try to loosen that up because it's a little tight. So either way, so that was a medical update. Nothing was broken because I got the x-rays done. Just that...
you got squished.
Not even squished. There's no direct injury to my hand. But the reason why I'm having issues... Nope, wrong hand. The reason I'm having issues is there's 3 sets of bones that go from this finger over to the thumb. And they're normally just sitting next to each other, basically filling out that area. Mm-hmm. Mine are starting to overlap.
Oh, wow.
And part of that is how I work, but also how I sleep. I have a bad habit of sleeping like this.
Me too.
Like on my hand, for those who can't see.
Yes.
Like,
so I need to stop that.
Yeah, so my hand is, for anybody who can't see it, not on the Patreon, join the Patreon. Be cool. Oh, by the way, there's a guy who signed up for the freebie $12 level. Or it's a 7-day free trial. So he's testing out the waters. Hopefully he signs up. Then
cool.
So actually, that'll push me over the level where I can go back and join a Patreon I left to save money. So I will now be making more than enough money to go join another Patreon. But either way, the way I was sleeping basically was squishing my hand together. Both hands. This one's worse. This one actually wasn't that bad. No arthritis that you could see on the x-rays. And so basically it's like a mixture of pinching nerves and maybe a little bit of carpal tunnel starting to set in. It was really locked up on me like this morning, but like I've been stretching it. So I'm supposed to start therapy on that next week. Got to go a couple days a week. I got to tighten this fucking thing up here. So I'm going to be going a couple days a week, assuming my insurance covers it, because this one they're filing on insurance. Last one, not so much. I'm missing the thing. I know it's there. There it is.
I'm probably heading to my chiropractor next week.
Yeah, you should. You got to get that looked at.
Well, hell, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, why not? It's going to be rainy anyways, because it's never going to stop raining in fucking Texas. But I guess that's better than it being on fire.
Right.
And let's see here. Anything else going on? Oh, because we're doing just the tail end of a normal episode here. I have been watching something. So something that I didn't know was on Netflix. And it's one of the latest Star Trek series.
Okay, which one's that?
Prodigy. It's the animated one, or a CG animated one. Now, I'd followed reviews of it and stuff like that and some episode breakdowns of it over the last year or two. They did a whole thing to save Prodigy. Like, there was a whole online campaign to keep the show come back for another season. Apparently it will. It's another in-between series, so it takes place before Star Trek Picard and way after a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a spiritual successor to Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
Like, Captain Janeway, in one way or another, technically is a co-star on the show again. And it follows a crew of misfit miners who are all basically kids, youngish people, teenagers and younger, when I say miners, I didn't mean young people. I meant they were literally in a mine. In ground going for minerals. It's actually a double entendre. They are miners who are miners.
They're miners.
Yes, they're miners. Nope, that's a different thing entirely.
Damn.
Nope. That's what creepy dudes do in Minecraft.
They're miners who are miners.
Yes, exactly. Both ways, yes.
Or miners who happen to be miners.
They're miners as well. Yes. So they accidentally discover this Starfleet ship in one of the mines. They hack it, repair little stuff that was wrong, and they use it to escape their captors.
Okay.
And said captor is not happy about it because he needed that ship for things. So it is a younger audience directed series, but some of the stuff that happens in it, only longtime Star Trek fans. If you've seen Star Trek Discovery, there's stuff in there for you. Obviously, if you've seen any 90s Trek at all, there's lots of references there across the board. You get all kinds of different species involved, all that kind of stuff. The last episode I watched, the Borg were involved. So it was pretty cool. Like, the CG is pretty good. The story as it's unfolding is really good. Because right now we've got a cat and mouse pursuit game going on between good guys and bad guys and other good guys who don't know they're bad guys. It's kind of cool. So it might be worth watching. And I guess because it's part of Nickelodeon and a lot of Nickelodeon stuff got shuffled over to Netflix last year, that's why it's on Netflix. So I don't have Paramount, so I can't watch all the good things. But there's a direct reference to a lot of stuff that has happened. And because Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Prodigy, and Lower Decks were basically all going roughly at the same time.
Yeah.
It was the most amount of active Trek that we've had since the 90s. So kind of cool. Oh, I guess, did I say Picard? I don't know if I said Picard. But
Nope, you didn't.
So Picard in there too.
Okay.
So, and all taking place at different points in the timeline, which is cool. Like, you get like prequel stuff, far future stuff, mid future stuff, barely past the stuff we already knew. Like Lower Decks, if you haven't seen it, you probably like it.
I'm working my way through everything right now.
Yeah. So like,
you know, when I get bored at work, I'm still on season 1 of the original.
Yeah. So Lower Decks is another animated show, but
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
But it's more like Family Guy animated. And so it's got humor and all that kind of stuff in it, but it has lots of references. I mean, like Riker is part of it and stuff like that at different times. It builds out. So Lower Decks, I think, happens prior to Prodigy. Definitely happens prior to Picard by like probably 10 or 15 years. But like you get events that go across the shows that clearly are tied together, even though they're literally happening hundreds of years apart on some axis. So it's interesting how they do have an overall Star Trek story happening in different places and different times with different characters and different crews. So it's interesting to live in this world. While they'll say like a lot of live action Trek has gone woke or dumb or whatever, or fallen into most of modern Hollywood tropes, when they just do fan service, like the back half of Picard was nothing but fucking fan service, that's when you make people happy, even at the expense of the story to a degree sometimes. It's like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it was really fucking cool, so let's just do that again, you know? But I'm enjoying Prodigy. Some people are like, it's new Trek, it's gotta suck. It's like, I mean, it's just slightly more oriented towards kids, and I mean slightly, but like, it's still teaching morals. It's teaching stuff like, hey, be happy with who you are instead of trying to change yourself into something else. You know, finding your own personal goals and working through things which you didn't think were possible before. You know, there's a lot of that like 90s cartoon morality.
After school special.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is what Star Trek was about. They teach the story about how to be a better fucking human through the fucking moral story being told, you know? But they do it with a lot of, you know, throwbacks to shit that we've seen before, and like punk kids who don't know any better and are somehow thrust into having a badass starship at their command with one of the best captains in history, basically teaching them via hologram, which is interesting. Holo Janeway is fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So interesting way to bring in a character who's, the actress is clearly really old now, you know? So it's like, how do you bring her back into the story? It's like, oh yeah, we can just do CG characters now, no problem. They can just voice it, so she can still look young, not be young, and it's cool. So it's fun.
Did they bring Patrick Stewart back in?
Not in this, because it's focused around Voyager. Oh wait, did I loosen that or tighten that? Whoops. Hold on, I tightened it. Okay. Well, you got to know lefty loosey, righty tighty, but when it's inverted, upside down, you know, you got to make sure you're turning it the right way, because this is sliding and it shouldn't be. Either way, I didn't get a chance to mention that the other day, but I'm enjoying that show.
Okay,
it's good. Oh, and then Jessica and I were both watching the latest season of The Chosen.
She was just watching that when I walked in.
And the funny part is, because you know, with our venture with church in the last year or so, we've been going back to church for nearly a year now. We're finally getting into a lot of the stories that we've gone over at church.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see them act it out. The only thing that's weird about the show, while they give you the biblical context, they actually give you the words literally, you know, the conversations that happen, the parables that are told.
Yeah.
There's some modern stuff, language-wise, that go into it, and it's like, okay, we'll let that slide for the sake of a TV show, right? What was that?
Oh, me yawning.
It was a yawn, an internal yawn. Because it looked like you were trying to force out a burp or a fart, one way or the other.
You were preparing either way.
Like, well, after what happened the other week, yes. So obviously we don't leave the cameras rolling after the fact, but oh my God, that the other week, I think that was 101. Yeah, because it was after 100. I needed to go to the bathroom, something fierce, and I'm like trying not to relieve myself in my pants, and Jeff is in the way. For obviously, you can see behind him is my door, and I'm like, go, go, go! I got to get to the bathroom, and he's like, oh god, oh god, oh god! And he's ripping ass in front of me while I'm trying to get out the door to get to the bathroom.
Good loud walking farts.
I was just like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, that's not even crop dusting at that point.
No, that's assault.
Yeah, that's assault. That's assault with CS gas. Oh my god. Yeah, so we got to make sure we talk about the farts. We always got to get some fart jokes.
Oh Lord.
No fart jokes in Deadpool.
No, but a lot of dick jokes.
Lots of dick jokes. Lots and lots.
I mean, lots.
Jokes. Yeah, and then a dog that could be
and
turned on by turning.
They couldn't do cocaine.
Because of Disney. It's the one rule Feige said. Definitely the most fucks ever in a Disney movie.
A Disney film, yeah.
Oh, because the first fuck ever in a Marvel movie was in Guardians 3.
Really, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yep, it's PG-13, so they could say fuck.
Nice.
They're going to say once.
Once.
Yep, once. Gotta love the rule. So yeah, I forgot about the fact that Deadpool's clearly a rated R movie.
Yeah, a little bit. Just
Clearly
just
a rated R movie. Yeah, but either way. All right, guys. So that's it. I know, short-ish episode. And people are like, "Oh, thank God!" But
they're done talking finally.
But yeah, so he's got to go to wherever he goes, and then I have to go in there and sit with an angry wife. Yeah, stop fucking with it. Yeah, just don't play with it. You'll go blind, or it'll fall and be very loud, and I have to replace the microphone you broke.
Don't do that. But yeah, have fun and being yelled at.
Yeah, something like that. So guys,
I want to go prep for work and have a good night.
Yes, indeed. So, guys, of course, do the like and subscribe thingy, and make sure you sign up for the Patreon if you want the full uncut video of this podcast. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Coke. Duh. I was like, why am I burping? Oh, yeah, the thing I'm drinking. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, if they want to follow us, what can they do?
Go to our Facebook page.
Yes, which is?
Facebook.
Now, you don't need the actual link, but what is it on the Facebook?
Now You Made It Awkward Podcast.
There you go. You got to remember podcast. And then, of course, you can write into the email if you want to. All the links are down below, even to the movie trailers we discussed earlier. Those will be down there. Of course, leave your thoughts for the movie down below. Leave your score out of 10 if you want to. If you want to write in a much longer diatribe or review of the movie.
Tell us what we got wrong. Tell us what you think we may have gotten right.
We got nothing wrong. It's all opinion.
Or nothing right, whatever.
We couldn't have got it wrong. It's an opinion. Oh, I would also like to congratulate Kamala Harris for stealing the presidency.
But she didn't steal $50 million.
And with that, okay, bye. Oh, yeah, Joe Biden's not dead.